Welcome, everybody. How are you today? It's an exciting evening. My name is Carrie, and I have the absolute pleasure of performing this wedding ceremony today. On behalf of Blair and Gord, welcome and thank you for being here. We are delighted that you're here today to share in the joy of this wonderful moment of their lives. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest memories, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes to the words which will unite Blair and Gord in marriage. I'd now like to welcome Chantal. She'll be performing part of the ceremony with me. I'm doing the legal part, she's doing the fun part. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. So please welcome Chantal.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Aren't you glad you got away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And for Blair and Gordon, this is the place, and tonight is the night. We've all been invited here in this beautiful setting to share this important celebration of Gordon and Blair's love for each other. I'm grateful for having been invited to join these men tonight with all of you here and with all of those who are here in our hearts. It's not often in life that you have the opportunity to share in such a special moment, and it's a privilege for me personally to have been invited to participate. Thank you both for your trust and your love. Blair, Gordon, Carrie, and I met a few times to talk about this evening, and it was clear from the beginning that they wanted to share this moment with all of you, the people they love. For them, sharing this moment with their communities was key. When I asked them why they wanted to get married, they said they wanted to celebrate their love for each other with all of you. They wanted to shout it out as loud as they could, and they never wanted to let go. I've had the pleasure of knowing Blair for over 15 years, and I've never seen him so happy, so uplifted, and so in love. And I've also had the pleasure of getting to know Gordon over the last few years, in particular the last few months, and it's been such a pleasure to meet someone so outstanding, so interesting, and so special to Blair. Together, Blair and Gordon love family, friends, musical theater, games, slow cookers, and politics. As individuals, they feel differently about cats, skipping, and how to define science. Not to worry, tonight they're getting family tied because there ain't no nothing they can't love each other through. Blair and Gordon met some time ago, and although initially their paths crossed only briefly, they both knew this could be something special. That's the funny thing. Sometimes a kindred spirit comes into your life and you know how good it can be. And if you're lucky enough to cross paths again, you know to never let go. Sometimes life just puts all the pieces together and things make sense. You're both so lucky to have had that experience because you know how to cherish your love and your relationship. So how'd they get engaged? Picture it. New York City, United States of America. Two men skating in Woolman Rink. They're holding hands, laughing, falling all over the place, and clearly in love. For some strange reason, they slipped and fell onto the ice together into a huge puddle of water. When their eyes met, they knew they couldn't be without each other. God, I have to marry you. Which is how we ended up here tonight. Now, if you know me, and I know you know Gordon and Blair, you know how much we love to talk about bureaucracy. Blair loves the Treasury Board Secretariat about as much as I do. And Gordon has a passion for Statistics Canada. These organizations talk a lot about results. What does success look like? In that spirit, what indicators would you expect for a healthy marriage? You bring out the best in each other. You forgive each other. And most importantly, you know how to love each other. When I think of Gordon and Blair, I'm reminded of the words told to me by a wise woman who you may have heard of, and I wanted to share these words with you. A reading from the book of Madonna. Cherish the thought of always having you by my side. Cherish the joy you keep bringing into my life. Cherish your strengths. You've got the power to make me feel good. Perish the thought of ever leaving. I never would. Now, before I pass this back to Carrie, I thought it'd be good to leave you with a bit of advice on marriage. Be honest. Always communicate. Do for him what you want him to do for you. Don't worry, it's okay to go to bed angry, but it's more fun not to. And let your friends and your family nurture your love for each other. Thanks.
I now have a question for both of you. First, for you, Blair. Blair, you have chosen Gord to be your husband. Will you love and respect him? Will you be honest with him always? And will you stand by him through whatever may come? Gord, you have chosen Blair to be your husband. Will you love and respect him? Will you be honest with him always? And will you stand by him through whatever may come?
I will.
Blair and Gord, we now come to your vows. May I remind you that saying your vows is one thing, but nothing is more challenging than living them day by day. What you promise today must be renewed tomorrow and every day that stretches out before you. Blair, please repeat after me. In the presence of our family and friends, I, Blair, choose you, Gord, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, to love and to cherish, and to be faithful to you alone. This is my solemn vow to you. Gord, please repeat after me. In the presence of our family and friends,
In the presence of our family and friends,
I, Gord, choose you, Blair, to be my husband,
I, Gord, choose you, Blair, to be my husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better or worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
and to be faithful to you alone.
and to be faithful to you alone.
This is my solemn vow to you.
This is my solemn vow to you.
Now, Gord and Blair have their own vows they'd like to say to each other.
Gordon, the moment I met you, there's been a song in my heart and a song in my life every single day. And I've loved and I've adored every minute singing that song with you and having our own private little special musical in our life. And I promise to keep that musical going for just the two of us every day of our lives together. I also promise to cherish you, the weird, the wonderful, the big and small things, the important, the little things, all things that make you the most wonderful person in the world and the wonderful person that I'm lucky to be next to today. I promise to share those things with you. And I promise to love you, even when it's hard. And that I promise to love you more at those moments, because you are the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you
Blair, I take you as you are, loving you, loving who you are now, and who you meant to be. I promise to learn from you, to listen to you, to support you, and to accept your support. I promise to celebrate your triumphs and to mourn your losses just as much as long as though they were mine. I love you, and I have faith in your love. And I promise to always do the dishes.
And now exchange the ring. Gord, take this ring as a symbol of my love.
As a symbol of my love.
I promise to accept you for who you are,
To accept you for who you are.
my best friend,
Best friend.
the one I live for,
What I live for.
the one I care for,
I care for.
and the one I love with all my heart,
Who I love with all my heart.
this day and forever.
Stand forever.
Blair, take this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
Blair, take this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
I promise to accept you for who you are,
I promise to accept you for who you are.
my best friend,
My best friend.
the one I live for,
The one I live for.
the one I care for,
The one I care for.
and the one I love with all my heart,
The one I love with all my heart.
from this day and forever.
This day and forever.
Now may all those who wear these rings live in love for the rest of the days of their lives. Blair and Gord, we have heard your promise here to share your lives in marriage. We recognize and respect the covenant of marriage you've made here before each and one of us as witnesses. Therefore, in the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here today, it is my absolute honor and complete delight to now pronounce you married. I'd now like to invite Janine and Glenn up to the table so we can sign the register.
If you know the song, sing along.
We got the world.